Good afternoon, everybody. I'm kind of one of the new kids on the block as a trustee to the North Dakota Cowboy Hall of Fame. I've met a lot of you already. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ron Urlacher. I'm the current chairman of District Number 3. I've been a rodeo announcer here in North Dakota for the past 25 years. I've served off and on over that period of time on the board of the Rough Rider Rodeo Association, and I am the current president of the North Dakota Rodeo Association. And it is my honor to read this testimonial in regards to this year's Hall of Fame candidate in the category of Rodeo Livestock. The saddle bronc horse is remembered by all as 44 Magnum. In the spring of 1991, on a warm May evening, this blue roan filly, full of grace, personality, and class, born to the Wild Man Rodeo Company, 7 miles northeast of Bottineau, North Dakota. From the start, there was something different about this young mare, but it was going to be a few more years until it was going to be discovered just what it was. Now, we fast forward 3 years to the spring of 1994. Stump Lake was the first rodeo on the Rough Rider Rodeo Association schedule, and 44 made her rodeo debut in that arena. As a 3-year-old, she stood 16'2" hands and weighed over 1,500 pounds. And as luck of the draw would have it, 44 drew 2 of the best cowboys in the Rough Rider Rodeo Association that year in Cutter Moore and Shad Peel. With grit, style, and easy determination, 44 bucked off Cutter Moore the first evening, and Shad went on to win the rodeo on her the second day with a 79-point ride. As an announcer, I first seen her in the spring of 1995, my first year of announcing rodeos, and I was always amazed how athletic such a big horse could possibly be. Her reputation continued to grow throughout the years. She got better and better, and her passion to buck was clearly evident. All the smiles on the faces of the cowboys who drew her made it clear what an amazing saddle bronc horse she was. And in 1998, 44's reputation had made it all the way to Colorado, to the attention of pro rodeo stock contractor and Hall of Famer Harry Vold. He invited a younger Steve Wagen to bring her to the Wise Men's Rodeo in Minot that year, which he was producing at the time. He wanted to see what all the fuss was about. And it was there that Red Lemmel won the rodeo on her with an 82-point ride. It was later that evening that Harry offered to buy the mare for $15,000, which was an excellent price at the time. He also told Steve Wagen, either sell her to me or take her home and raise yourself some damn fine colts. The offer was very tempting, but along with Harry's positive words, Steve decided that this mare was something special and needed to be kept here in North Dakota to build his herd. And every year that followed, Harry would always ask how the blue roan mare was doing.
You know, as I stand here and I listen about the conversation with Mr. Vold, the Duke of the Chutes, I can only imagine the adjectives that were used when Steve turned the offer down, right? Can you imagine? My name is Missy Erickson, and I am a close family friend of Barb and Steve Wagen with Wild Man Rodeo Company. And I'm here today to do the best part, which is talk to you about the numerous accolades that this beautiful mare has had, and also some of the truly amazing horses that continue to receive national attention that she has produced in her lifetime. Let's get started with 44 Magnum's amazing career in the rodeo arena. She has graced the Rough Rider Rodeo Association, the North Dakota Rodeo Association, and also the PRCA rodeos. She was Saddle Bronc Horse of the Year for the Rough Rider Rodeo Association 8 times during the years of 1994 through 2005. She was also the Saddle Bronc Horse of the Year in the NDRA in 2002 and in 2003. During this animal athlete's lifetime, she's produced 9 fillies and 3 stud colts. Her lineage continues to shine on the national level. Let me prove that to you with some of these horses that you may already be familiar with. There's Bartender, a 2-time NFR qualifier who is now owned by PRCA stockholder Steve Sutton with Sutton Rodeos out of South Dakota. There's also Rockstar, who is a 2-time NFR qualifier, now owned by the Canadian PRCA cardholder, Vern McDonald with C5 Rodeos. And who can forget Cowboy Casino, who was also a 3-time NFR qualifier in 2017, 2018, and 2019, who now travels the nation with Hank and Lori Franzen under the PRCA card Powder River Rodeo Company. And then there is my favorite of all time, 44 Magnum's offspring. And seriously, there is no pun intended when I say that this horse literally takes the word stud to a new level. That horse is Colorado Bulldog, who is also a 3-time NFR qualifier in 2017, 2018, and 2019. Believe me when I say that this is only the beginning to the empire that this North Dakota horse, 44 Magnum, has created. For this reason, 44 Magnum deserves to be recognized and introduced into the Cowboy Hall of Fame. I'd like to welcome Ron back up to go ahead and finish his portion of the testimony. Thank you.
Now, in 2008, she was bucked for the last time at the Rough Rider Rodeo Association Finals, only to receive a standing ovation from the crowd of spectators, rodeo fans, and of course the cowboys who had grown to respect and admire this horse throughout the years. It was a warm spring day in the spring of 2014, Memorial Day to be exact. 23 years after this amazing saddle bronc took her first breaths, she took her last, in the same pasture in which she was born with such grace and personality. And on a hill overlooking her pasture, you will find the resting place of one of the greatest saddle bronc horses to grace the arenas of North Dakota, 44 Magnum. While her children and grandchildren and beyond keep her memory alive for years to come, it would be an honor to see her photo in the Hall of Fame in Medora amongst all the other great rodeo athletes that have made North Dakota proud. Ladies and gentlemen, as a rodeo announcer, I was fortunate enough to be able to watch this horse buck for 13 of her 14 years in rodeos arenas all across the state. And she was an amazing animal athlete. Even Brad Bertine, who also raised some great bucking horses here in North Dakota, said, and I quote, "Steve used that mare and her offspring to build one of the best herds of bucking horses in North America." Finally, trustees, please remember as you make your vote this year that this mare was born and raised here in North Dakota. She competed her whole life, and her accolades that she has reached were all right here in North Dakota. And it is through her children that her bloodlines are being remembered, and their impression on the world is only beginning. I would like to thank you for considering 44 Magnum for this prestigious award. She was an amazing horse for Steve and Barb Wagon of the Wild Man Rodeo Company, and an awesome legacy of a truly great bucking horse in our great state of North Dakota. Thank you.